Anyway, the clip I was going to play before Wack called was this.
One of the spies hit me. I didn't know who they was because I didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. They're like, yo, tell Ak, we got all the information on Charlamagne and this situation, that situation. And when I called him and I sent him the screenshot of what the people sent me, he was kind of reserved about it. So I don't know.
Who, Ak?
Ak was reserved about it.
I mean, okay, I think Ak has always considered Charlamagne to be his ally in the game, right? He's always felt like they had a good relationship. He looked at Charlamagne as like a elder statesman, somebody they respected, whatever. But then in recent memory, or, you know, Ak has kind of become much more clear-cut ops with Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Not that they've ever actually, you know, interacted, but clearly.
And going back.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Mike Geesh, and I'm back again. I don't know if y'all have heard about this. Maybe y'all know, maybe y'all don't. But it seems like Akademiks and Charlamagne are having a beef. Seems like a beef, a proxy war that is actually between Akademiks and Roc Nation, Jay-Z. And if you don't know, you know, Akademiks, he talks a lot of junk about Jay-Z and Roc Nation and has been for a while now, especially on the Roots picnic a few weeks back where Jay-Z did a freestyle and he kind of snapped on Drake and a couple other people. Akademiks basically kind of ethered him, you know, concerning that, and ethered him on some other stuff dealing with some of his losses that he's had as of recently in the culture. So this is about basically Charlamagne coming to Akademiks and trying to hip him to what's going on without really telling him. But of course, it's Charlamagne. It seems that as though he's being a messenger for Jay-Z or Roc Nation, who is basically has been coming at Akademiks because Akademiks has been coming at Megan Thee Stallion, who is with Roc Nation. He's been a big ally for Tory Lanez. He gets on Jay-Z whenever possible. He talks trash about him. So, yeah, this is a whole thing between Ak and Charlamagne, who allegedly is a messenger for Roc Nation. And there's some other political type things going on, but I'll let him explain all that.
To like me kind of hammering this home, I want to say, when people say this is me versus Charlamagne, I think Charlamagne is stepping into the field when I've always said it's not me versus Charlamagne. I know where it's coming from. Charlamagne is stepping in as the messenger, and we're like, nigga, just get out the fucking way. Like, I know who the op is. Get out the way. But now he's in a position where now he's like targeting my guy, and then he's like, well, why do they keep bringing me up? Nigga, stop speaking for Roc Nation. Go over there. Go talk about mental health, nigga. Somebody tell Charlamagne to go talk about mental health. This ain't the squabble. This is about to get a little crazy. Go left, nigga. Leave this type of squabble for me and those people. And if I had an invisible op, let him be invisible. Don't be visible like, oh, I'm just the messenger. Because at some point, the message, like, well, Wax said it kind of right. The messenger started getting kicked down the fucking thing. Bruv, we don't need no more messages. The messages are loud and clear. Out of love for Charlamagne, I'm begging him, step aside. I don't know if Roc Nation's programming you with talking points. You don't have to defend them. I don't have a problem with you. I don't even want to talk about you. Step aside. Let me focus on what's exactly is going on. The thing here is Jay-Z and Roc Nation, they're on a campaign to try to repair his image, and they think I'm one of the main niggas who helped fuck it up. All right, so let us figure out what it is. Am I lying on them? Is it bullshit? Is it propaganda? Let me and them figure it out. We don't need no, because doesn't it sound weird to you? Why are me and Charlamagne? I'm telling you, I look up to the nigga. Charlamagne, please just step aside. You don't have to.
And this is the whole thing. Ak has been screaming from day one that Charlamagne is his OG, or somewhat like his mentor in the hip-hop media arena. So I guess from Act's point of view, it's like, man, I've been looking up to you. You are like my I don't want to say muse because that's a crazy word, but that's his OG. He looked up to him before he ever came into this game. But what Akademiks has to realize is that just like you made that 300 reference, yeah, this is war. This is war. Once you come into a certain field and you look up to somebody, yeah, it's going to be all cool. But once you start getting to the point where it seems as though you are overshadowing that person who you used to look up to, then it becomes a problem. And also the fact that Charlamagne is aligned with Roc Nation, that's a conflict of interest, because if Charlamagne, this is allegedly, if he's beholden to Jay-Z, he has to be on the side of Jay-Z. If he's getting paid by Jay-Z, he has to be on the side of Jay-Z. So I look at it as like a Game of Thrones reference, which I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones, but on Game of Thrones, there's this character named Varys, okay? And he's like, I forgot his professional title on Game of Thrones, but he's with the monarchy, okay? He's with the king or queen, whoever sits on the throne. He works for the monarchy, but one of the characters he highly respects, but this character that he highly respects is enemies of the monarchy at this particular point towards the end of the first season. So he visits him while he's in jail. He letting him know what's going on, what's going down. I'm telling you what's about to happen. This is what you need to do to get out of this situation. But he's not. And then the guy who's a prisoner at this point, he's like, well, why don't you let me out? If you cool with me and you trying to tell me what to do, let me out of here. Unlock these chains. He's like, no, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do that because then I get my head chopped off. But I'm giving you the game, telling you to what you need to do to get out of this mess. So I think that's what Charlamagne is doing. Let's keep going.
To bring no, because you're not even giving me useful shit. Oh, I heard this. Look out. Look out for what? From who? Just look out. All right, bro. Just go to the side. Like, Charlamagne, I want to have some respect for you, and I always want to have that relationship for you. I don't know if this Jay-Z shit is down to crash. Please just step to the side. There's a mental health seminar coming up you could give great insight on. Stay there. Let me deal with this shit right here. This Hope's trying to make this his year. And clearly he's trying to launch some bombs on me. Well, we got it. We'll accept the bombs. We'll reciprocate. Got it. Charlamagne, please get out of the way. Get out the way. That's my ask. Get out the way.
Akademiks is bothered by the fact that Roc Nation is seemingly throwing their legal weight around to mess with people like himself, people like Grand Chat Wizard, who is basically been unmasked as a result of this whole investigation, not to mention the fact that Ak basically considers himself OVO, and then you got Drake, who's on the receiving end of some disses from Jay-Z and all this kind of shit. So Charlamagne basically...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, Akademiks is OVO with Drake, and, you know, Jay-Z and Drake have this whole thing, you know, Drake kind of dissed him on his album, and Jay-Z retaliated with the Roots Picnic freestyle, so there's that.
Calls up Ak on some friendly shit and says, basically like tells him that Grand Chat Wizard, who is an Australian...
Also, I want y'all to be clear on the timeline, because this whole thing now is why is say Grand attacking Charlamagne? Nobody was attacking Charlamagne before Charlamagne inserted himself in some shit that clearly he got no info to even give. Charlamagne basically jumped out the blue saying, oh, I'm going to give you a heads up. And by the way, no, let me be factual. And I told him this. I said, of course, the page rocks with Drake. It's the Iceman season. So, like, all y'all flip-flopping, that page, Akademiks TV called out all of the flip-floppers, including Joe. What the fuck? Like, yo, Joe, you flip-flop too, nigga. What the fuck? Like, at first y'all was acting like Iceman is a rap, and then now y'all are back on the train, nigga, as we fucking thought. So that's very clear. That's not no, like, we're picking on nobody. That's like, yo, y'all media personalities thought the boy was done. Proved y'all wrong. This is why we're fucking victorious, and y'all over here, y'all catching up. It's all good. But that's just music shit. You know, that's not that deep, right? Like, it's just, like, you know, I've seen certain clips Akademiks TV put out. It was just like, it shows Charlamagne saying one thing, then he said the other. That's it. That's not that deep. The attacks only started when Charlamagne started playing Messenger. Yo, Ak. And here's the thing. I do appreciate a heads up. The heads up that's slightly coded as a threat to my guy that also tells me nothing becomes, okay, why is this guy even telling us shit then? Like, there's nothing of substance here.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but what it seems to be, and Akademiks spoke on this earlier. I didn't show it here, but he spoke on how Jay-Z has allegedly lined himself up with the Democratic Party. And, you know, there's the midterms are coming up. So the Democratic Party looks at Jay-Z as the person who can speak to the black community. And with all this different stuff coming up and this muddling Jay-Z's image within the hip-hop community at this point, and Akademiks is a part of that, muddling up his image, and the Democratic Party wants Jay-Z. So there's a thing where they want Akademiks to stop, and they're using Charlamagne to try to get into Akademiks' ear. Tell him, you know, pipe down, calm down a little bit. I'm telling you, people looking at you know, scare him up a little bit to make him shut up, which I think Akademiks is definitely not going to do. But that's all alleged. That's what allegedly is going on, and Akademiks spoke about it before. You can go see his entire stream about that. But yeah, what do you guys think, man? I think it's unfortunate. You got rappers beefing, you got hip-hop media beefing. It's just ridiculous when we don't own any of these spaces. We don't own any of it as black people. So we shouldn't be arguing for any of it, to be honest. But that's the world we live in. That's the game that people play, and it is what it is. I might get into a beef, God forbid, but I ain't got to that point yet. But anyway, what do y'all think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll holler at y'all next time. I'm Mike Geesh. Peace.